Welcome back to my video. What happens at a triathlon training camp in Germany? That's what you're gonna see today. In my story, or maybe reels on Instagram, I said I was going to make this video, but I've been quite busy because I'm gonna move to a new flat, and yeah, absolutely no time. I will go through what exactly happened at a training camp in Kienbaum. Who joined a training camp? I organized a training camp for Triathlon, which is a triathlon team based in Berlin. I'm a member of. I organized a camp for 20 participants. These people are incredibly talented. Like, one has been a German national team under 23. Some of them are in a Berlin state team and also competing at Bundesliga. And on top of these guys, some of them are like a world champion or European champion or second in the world or third in their age group. Yes, the level was super high. I mentioned Kienbaum. Where is it? It's about 40 kilometers away from Berlin, and it's kind of close to that Tesla gigafactory near Berlin. It's an Olympic and a Paralympic training center for Germany. There are training facilities for many different kinds of sports, canteen where we can just eat so much buffet, and some accommodation where we can sleep comfortably on a very nice mattress. I think they invest quite a lot on that. It started on late Friday afternoon and it went on to late Sunday afternoon. This time I used a schedule which has been used by the team for quite a long time, like a decade, but I gave some alterations. In January, when we have this kind of camps, we have a sauna time in the evening, but we gave that up. I gave that up and allocated the time after dinner for doing swimming and running video analysis. So Friday afternoon was the first session. We started at 4 p.m. The main purpose of the first swimming session was to do the tests for getting CSS, critical swim speed. After a bit of warm-up, they did 400 meter time trial first and 5 minutes rest, and they did 200 meters. I allocated 2 lanes for 400 meters and 2 lanes for 200 meters. Each lane had 2 swimmers, so we could do 4 swimmers at the same time. But it's in a 25-meter swimming pool, so it was quite hectic. I have to thank another coach. She shuffled everything so perfectly, like orchestrated like a conductor. Because of that, I could get into the water and take some great footage of these swimmers, including warm-up, time trials, and a bit of training. We did 2,900 meters. Then we hit the buffet. After the dinner, I quickly transferred the footage from the swimming session to my computer so I could share that with another coach and also with the athletes. Each athlete had only 5 minutes because there are like about 20 athletes to go through, and we had to do that in 2 hours. And so we went through really quickly, showed the normal speed and the slow-mo, then we talked about what they needed, then decided on 2 particular drills to fix that problem. After that, we slept. Following morning, traditionally we start a morning swimming session at 6:30, but the center told me that they could only arrange that from 7, so we started swimming at 7. Still dark though. The focus was on a technique, so we did the video analysis the night before and we practiced that. We did a quality 2,800 meter session, then we hit the breakfast. After the breakfast, we did the first running session in an indoor running track. We did some activation and drills. The main was 7 times 4 minutes at 90% of VO2 max. I know it's quite tough. In fact, I told them not to do 7. They could finish at 5 or 6. Just according to their level and the fitness of the time, we adjusted that. I really wanted to push them to that fatigue zone so I could video them and expose their weakness. A bit after lunch, we did a stability and flexibility session. I say stability, but I just did absolute bare minimum on that, like almost nothing, because the main focus was on flexibility. I really wanted to teach them how we can utilize PIR technique to relax their muscles and gain more flexibility. At home, alone. On top of that, I showed a method which I learned from ex-ballet dancer. I did a video on that, so you can go and have a look if you're interested. Directly after that was a third swimming session. I joined that session. The main focus was on technique and endurance, and yeah, it's quite beneficial for me to be in the water with them. It's good to feel how they are coping with the session, like compared to my speed. Are they keeping the tempo throughout the session, or like slowing down towards the end? That kind of things. I really like feeling that directly, which I kind of do when I'm standing on a poolside, but sometimes it's good to swim with them, so I actually get to feel how they are feeling. On top of that, I got to swim 4.1k. After the swimming session, I had some time before dinner, so I quickly went back to my room and I loaded a data from the running session onto my computer. I sorted out the data with a normal speed and a slow-mo, so later I didn't have to waste any time to show them how they ran, which is quite important because I have only 5 minutes per athlete. So yeah, every time I could save the time, I just squeezed everything in. Then I quickly went back to the canteen, finished the dinner, went back to my room and got the athletes. I really like this high energy, high intensity sort of feedback sessions because I had to work hard and it gave me such great experience as a coach. I really had to focus hard to give them good training drills or tips to make them faster. 2 hours of bish bash bosh, then I hit the hay. The morning swimming session on Sunday was technique focused, but we did more of general because I wanted their body to know other elements of technique as well. We did 2,500 meters. At 10 a.m. we started the second running session, which was a cadence focus. After warm up, we did a bit of activation drills. Then we started at 160 BPM, and every 10 minutes we increased 5 BPM up to 185. I didn't want to bring the intensity too high, so I kept the same pace but just changing the cadence. Many of them were not used to high cadence, so it was a very interesting session. We did it on a 1k loop. I brought a JBL speaker which is connected to my smartphone with a metronome app, and yeah, could have been quite annoying because I was going just of course they cannot increase their cadence just like straight away, but it gave them opportunity to experience different cadence, which is important because if someone's doing like slower than 160 BPM, then the chance is they are overstriding. Also for some bigger athletes, it's lighter on their joints if they have higher cadence too. So these were the points I wanted to cover. So improving the cadence was the main focus of this session. After the lunch was the last session, which was the 5th swimming session. The focus was medley. I know so many triathletes just don't swim anything other than freestyle, but there are so many benefits we can get. The thing is, during normal session, during ordinary week, it's quite difficult to do more of medley specific techniques. I did 3 sections: butterfly, backstroke and breaststroke. Each section started with 5 times 2 times 50 drills. These drills included like swimming butterfly with face or swimming backstroke with butterfly kicks, then followed by 6 times 50 to nail that discipline. It's challenging but fun at the same time. While many of them found it's quite hard, they learned quite a lot from that. We finished the session with a medley relay, so yeah, nice and cheerful, happy, fun atmosphere. And talking about fun, two guys decided to do a 200-meter butterfly time trial at the end. They had good time. That's how whole training camp went. In the past, we used to do transition training focused training camp in April, also in Kienbaum, but this year we won't be able to do that. Have you guys done training camps like this in the past? What did you do at the camp? Let me know in the comment. And if you liked the video, hit the like and anything positive. See you in the next video.